Please welcome on stage Marc Forster.
Thank you. Thanks, Karl.
Marc, one of your close friends, Dustin Hoffman, lately told the media the movie business, the film business is in the worst state ever. I think he's in the business for almost 50 years. The TV business is in the greatest place ever. What's your opinion on that?
As a storyteller, what's interesting about television and serialized television is that you don't need to fulfill those expectations. After one, episode, the more open endings and the more questions you have, the more interested the viewer is to tune in again on the second episode. So as a storyteller, it's a different medium, which I think can be is quite interesting.
How do you choose in the end your films? What is a Marc Forster film looks like? Because you have such a variety of films, and the scope is very big.
There's certain filmmakers, they always ultimately make a similar or same movie over and over, like Hitchcock. He becomes a master in the format or storytelling of a thriller, and he really masters that. And then there is a storyteller like Billy Wilder who changes constantly his genre. And for me, I'm one of those people who I like changing the genre, because every time I change the genre, I learn something new. If I do something completely different, I start from the beginning again, like a child. And I think the child's point of view ultimately is what interests me about life.
Everyone knows that film business is a very pricey business, or can be very pricey, and there is always a lot of pressure.
If I start thinking about the financial pressure, then you can make a great movie. Because all you think is about, okay, how is this going to make profit? Once your mindset goes to there, all your creative part is thrown out the window. You ultimately think, what do I want to see? What do I want to enjoy? I mean, if you're making a movie for $5 million versus $200 million, the difference is enormous. If you're making a movie for $200 million, you carry the responsibility for that if the movie fails, it will affect the stock market of the studio. Certain people will get fired. It will affect my career, the star's career, and in a tremendous way.
What is your advice to young filmmakers? What is your advice? How can they make it in the US or?
Look, my advice is, in general, what is very important for any teenager, and I had that gift. You have to be very clear what you want and what you don't want. And there's no here, this, maybe, what, this. You have to be the world to make a film or anything in life, doesn't matter, whatever your dreams are, and to manifest them takes an incredible amount of energy and a lot of other people to believe in you. At the beginning, nobody believes in you. So you're constantly out there convincing people that you can do this. And everybody says, oh, dream on, or it's not going to work. So you have a lot of negative input constantly. So if you're not 100% and more than 100% convinced that you can do this and have a vision for it, it will be very hard to succeed. Because ultimately, if you look at physics, nothing can manifest itself unless the matter has enough energy to manifest itself. So it's the same in life. And I think for any young person or a Swiss audience, or anybody who wants to do something, whatever they want to do, they have to be clear. If you want to make movies in the US or here or everywhere, or if you want to be an installation artist or commercial director, but you have a clear path of what that path is, and then you look at it, that you go step by step.
What is your biggest, next biggest goal now? Can you tell us this? Or?
No, I mean, there are several genres I haven't done before and I'm interested in, and I think it's definitely, there's the sci-fi genre, there are musicals, there are comedies, there are several genres, but more than that, I think what's interesting today in regard to storytelling, that's why I started with TV too, is there are different venues of storytelling that will start collide and go over between virtual reality, between games, between movie, between all of that will have effect of one another. And I think there is, in that complexity, there's a lot of interesting ways to to create new spaces that hasn't been yet been explored as storytellers. And that's sort of what it interests me, to create new spaces visually, and also for me as a filmmaker, that haven't been tried yet. So I think there are a lot of interesting new opportunities, and that's what I'm interested in.
10 short questions for you in 60 seconds.
Oh, really?
If I had not become a filmmaker, I would have become
A writer.
I can't live without.
Water. Swiss water, even.
I dislike most about my job.
Joy.
On set, I always carry with me.
IWC watch.
Wow, that's my best. Of course. My best childhood memory is
Playing with my dogs.
the meal I can cook best.
Salads. Is it a meal?
Well, yeah, that's okay. When I'm 80 years old, I will.
Can't wait to become 100.
Best advice I ever give is
To enjoy yourself. Life is very short.
last question. The question no one has ever asked me.
If my hair will ever grow back.
Thank you very much, Marc Forster.
Thank you. Thank you.